What's good, Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Google Spot for everything inside the world of Google. The Googles just announced all of their new toys at their Made by Google keynote, and this video is my reactions to the Pixel 3, the 3XL, the Google Home Hub, and the Pixel Slate. And sure, we pretty much knew what hardware would look like, but if you were already turned off by that, you missed out because it's all about hardware and software together. Now we've got to start with the flagship. That's the one that everyone wants to hear about. That's the Pixel 3 and 3XL phones. There's no surprises with how it looked, but I do like that all glass booty with two different textures that allows it to have wireless charging. We did see a whole lot of the back of the phone during the keynote, and it was almost like they were hiding the notch. Like they made sure they were not going to focus on it. Apple fanboys were all up in arms until I pointed out that Apple is doing the same thing with their new wallpapers. Come on, no one really likes a notch, and we just have to deal with it right now on most of the flagship phones. So if you're still complaining about a notch in 2018, notch cool. Now, I loved how Google absolutely leaned into what makes their phone great, and that's the camera. Top Shot, that feature gets you the best moment from a picture, and this might end up being the most valuable one. Super res zoom all up in there, and it's based on how they take pictures of the surface of Mars. But then they had to go savage with night sight and their side-by-side comparison with the competition labeled as iPhone XS with a lowercase s. I don't know if that was on purpose. I'm sure it was, but if that wasn't throwing enough shade, the picture was even worse, and honestly, I'm not sure what setting that was. That looks like a picture from like an iPhone 3GS, but the iPhone XS takes better pictures than that. Like, we all know that. Or does it? Okay, 7 of you just closed out the video after I said that because I hurt your feelings. Google Lens is great for that friend or coworker of yours who is always copying what everyone else does. So instead of asking you directly, they can now bite your style off without asking with Google Lens. I know, y'all have that person in your life. We know this. But there were so many other photo features that were truly top-notch, and I thought it was funny just how the depth of field adjustment, which has existed before the Pixel 3 and before the iPhone XS, got like a 4-second mention because it's been done before. Now, this won't be the deciding factor for you, but legendary photographer Annie Leibovitz recommended the iPhone as what she called the snapshot camera of today back in 2011, but you know what? Things have changed. She's now using the Pixel 3 on an unnamed project, and someone like her isn't just getting paid off to do this. She's doing this because it's also the best tool, and she might be getting paid a little bit. But Condé Nast is also using it for 7 of their magazine covers, and they're the first to shoot A-list talent. And you know those A-listers, they really care how they look. I mean, I can totally relate. I know exactly how they feel. No, I don't. But it's just another part of this story that the Pixel 3 and 3XL camera is striving to be the best on the market. From a feature standpoint, this camera is absolutely the best, but I'm still curious to see how it rates on DxOMark. This isn't the end-all be-all, but I just want to see how it rates out. Because no matter what you say, ecosystem is still stronger than the best camera on a phone. But then, right, Google over here continues to look like a better and better option if you're really going to leave one platform for another. And if you're already a Pixel owner, oh, you are loving this. And call screen, yes please. Now the Pixel 3 starts at $799 for 64 gigs, $899 for 128. The 3XL starts at $899 for 64 gigs and $999 for 128. And my pre-order is already in. Now on the surface, that sounds like weak storage, but you are getting unlimited photo storage at full resolution for no additional cost, and that lasts until January 31st, 2022. Now we have the $75 Pixel stand for wireless charging and new display modes. It's nice if you want it, and the phone starts shipping in the US on October the 18th. Now, these are the most expensive phones Google has ever made, and that's a $150 price point higher than the Pixel 2's base model price last year. But let's go back. You know, we were talking about the ecosystem. We've got to talk about the Google Home Hub. You know, we've seen AI products with a screen, but from first impressions, the Home Hub looks like the best one on the market, especially if you're in the Google ecosystem, right? You have the power of Google Assistant. I'm a fan of it not having a camera on it, but then being the true center of the smart home and being able to effortlessly control your thermostats or access your home security cameras while also being able to do everything else you can with the Google Home for $149. I was genuinely impressed because this feels like the first product that is truly tying it all together, especially again, if you're in the ecosystem or even if you're just using the Google Home for your smart home ecosystem. Now, Amazon Echo, we know they still have their huge user base. Right now, they're supporting 20,000 smart home devices. Google, they keep getting better. They do have the smarter AI. It doesn't support as many products at 5,000, but that's still a whole lot. And you know, now looking at them, they're really neck and neck. And now Google has this hub, and they really impressed me with that. And you know what? That's a Goodgle. Okay, but Apple, you still got so much work to do here. Siri needs help, and you'll need to bump up your smart home accessory support to more than the less than 300 devices it currently stands at. I'm serious. Yikes. But the most embarrassing moment of the keynote, when the pumpkin carving answer came up before our presenter finished his query.
Hey Google, show me how to carve a pumpkin.
Playing how to carve Halloween pumpkins on YouTube.
Come on! That was fake! And that's a Boogle!
Boo!
So basically someone in the back is like pressing the buttons the whole time. But you know what? I kind of got to blame the presenter who threw the production crew off with this request that even a human wouldn't understand.
Hey Google, YouTube video, now hub. Hey Google, show me how to carve a pumpkin.
Playing how to carve Halloween pumpkins on YouTube.
Or maybe Google does know everything we say before we even say it.
YouTube video, now hub. Hey Google.
That's hilarious. Come on, that's not even English. And we won't leave here without talking about the Pixel Slate. I think the hardware looks great. It's their first Chrome OS tablet that can also bring a true laptop desktop experience as well with its keyboard accessory. It has a 293 pixel per inch density, the highest in its class, and really everything about this product from a hardware standpoint is great. But for me, it's not enough just because I require a whole lot more intensive software apps that it doesn't support yet. But if you're someone that gets by with Google Apps, email, and web browsing, this is a great product for you. It's just not for me, and I actually like it. I just wouldn't use it in my daily flow. Now, the Pixel Slate starts at $599, the Pixel Slate keyboard at $199, and the Midnight Blue Pixel pen is $99. There is currently a wait list for the first two. And overall, let's think about this, right? Google did a great job to push into new areas. We saw all the leaks. They were actually able to lean into the features a lot more, which I liked, and this was a real efficient keynote that stayed on target. It wasn't muddied by over-explaining things or treating a feature like it was something we've never heard of, and it also, come on, it helps when people aren't clapping every 2 or 3 sentences. So, I want to know, what did you think of the product announcements and the keynote overall? Did you like what you saw? Or do you think Google didn't do enough? I mean, what are you going to get or not going to get? I'd love to hear what you think, but I'm going to go out on a limb right here and encourage you all. Let's, try to be a little civil with a healthy dialogue and celebrate technology instead of blind rage and loyalty for a platform you're on. And you know who you are, Janesh from India. Yes. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on all this stuff, but until then, if you like this video, you know the drill. Thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, 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 to get all the latest goodies from me. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care, be safe, peace.